Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. My guest today is Matthew Chamberlain, CEO of London Metal Exchange. Matt, thank you very much for joining us on Bloomberg Quint. To begin with, you have a long-standing relationship with MCX in India, and over the last few months you have undertaken MOUs with other exchanges as well. So what is now the status of your relationship? Is it still with exclusively with MCX, or now you're opening up to other Indian exchanges?
Yeah. Well, so we've long valued our relationship with MCX, and I think MCX has done a fantastic job of launching metals products based on the LME prices. Across most of our suite, we still have a very strong exclusive relationship with MCX. But clearly, as the Indian market evolves, it's right that we evolve our model as well. And certainly, for example, on copper, which is a metal where MCX doesn't take our price, there's the opportunity to work with some of the newer entrants into the commodities space. So we think we've got the right balance between the loyalty to our existing relationship and the new opportunities.
So in short, you're saying that your relationship with other exchanges would be excluding the metals where you already have exclusivity with MCX?
Clearly we need to get it right for each particular metal. We look at these things on a metal by metal basis, but I think there's an opportunity to make sure that we're doing the right deal with everyone.
There's a lot of talk going on about delivery of commodities in India. You saw the regulator also talking about it. The moment the delivery of commodity happens, you don't need a reference rate because you have a reference rate agreement with MCX or other exchanges. So how does your model change accordingly?
Yeah, so I think we believe in a global delivery model. So at the moment we have a global price, we have warehouses that deliver not in one country, not in just one continent, but across the world, Asia, Europe, and the United States. So clearly there is the opportunity for exchanges to launch physically delivered contracts just here in India. And you're right, if they did that, then our price wouldn't be needed. What we have been talking to our friends and colleagues here in India about is whether, as a complement to that, we can make sure that India is more involved in the global LME price, perhaps even by putting warehouses here in India. And that, I think, would be helpful because it means that...
Are you in touch with Indian companies for that?
Yeah, it's a conversation we've had. It's an early stage, but I think it's important to note that, as I say, physical delivery can have many different forms. It could be a discovery of a premium price. It could be any kind of setup, and we should all stay open-minded on that.
Because the government is coming out with a new class of foreign investors who can invest in commodities because those are the ones who have exposure to those commodities in India. Will you be there in India to give them comfort when they come into India, especially when it goes delivery based?
Yeah, well, certainly if the contract is based on LME pricing, then we can give that comfort that it's backed on our global delivery network and our global price. Yeah.
Okay. What about the trade wars? Because the trade war between US and China, we're seeing a lot of commodities getting diverted from US towards Asian countries like India, and there you have China as a big player, and the market setting rates are coming from Shanghai. So how does you handle that kind of competition?
Yeah. Well, I think we've always seen our relationship with China not as one of competition, but one of cooperation. Clearly, there are domestic Chinese metals prices. We produce an international metals price, and there's a lot of arbitrage activity between those prices. So we've never seen that as a competitive dynamic. Those markets fulfill different requirements, and so actually, I think the point you made about the diversion of metals flows with the trade situation is a great example of how metals are a global business, and they need to be managed accordingly.
So, as part of India exposure, are you looking to pick up a stake in any of the Indian exchanges now that we have universal exchanges in the country?
No, I think we're very happy with our current model, which is licensing agreements with our partners here in India, and I think that's the right model for us.
Matt, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.